In 2013, Supreme Court judgment came. Okay, because why? Because non-registration of FIR reached such a pathetic situation in India that Supreme Court stepped in and made a ruling that if a police complaint is lodged, FIR must be registered. Okay, and this is the Lalita Kumari judgment. So no preliminary inquiry, nothing. If the complaint has come, you register FIR, and there is some qualification to that. I'll tell you what was the case. UP police allegedly asked for a bribe. Like, it's not a proven case, but that was the whole thing. Based on that, Supreme Court passed this from the father of a 13-year-old girl who was kidnapped. The father went to file FIR. Police asked for bribe. Can you imagine the situation? Now, so the matter went up to Supreme Court over 5 years, and then a constitution bench of the Supreme Court in Lalita Kumari versus Government of UP held that registration of first information report is mandatory under section 154 of the Code of Criminal Procedure if the information discloses commission of a cognizable offense, and no preliminary inquiry is permissible in such situation. Okay. So basically, if you go to this is the Supreme Court, what it is saying, that if you go to the court with a complaint that discloses any cognizable offense, then the police has no choice but to register FIR. Okay, they don't have any choice. But imagine then what will police do if everyone goes with cognizable offenses and start registering? So let's understand what the Supreme Court actually said, and then we will tell you more. If the information received does not disclose a cognizable offense, but indicates the necessity for an inquiry, a preliminary inquiry may be conducted only to ascertain whether a cognizable offense is disclosed or not. So the inquiry will be done by police to see whether there is a allegation of a cognizable offense or not. This is from Lalita Kumari judgment by law, right? If the inquiry discloses the commission of a cognizable offense, the FIR must be registered. In cases where preliminary inquiry ends in closing the complaint, a copy of the entry of such closure must be supplied to the informant forthwith, immediately, but not later than 1 week. It must disclose reasons in brief for closing the complaint and not proceeding further. The police officer cannot avoid this duty. Why? Because if you have such a thing, you can go to the court and challenge it further, or you can appeal to the next level of government, etc. It makes it harder for the police to not take action. The police officer cannot avoid his duty of registering FIR. If a cognizable offense is disclosed, action must be taken against erring officers who do not register the FIR if information received by him discloses a cognizable offense. So they are saying action has to be taken by government against the police officer. Okay, if not, anybody else, court will only take action. So it's very serious duty of the police officer now after Lalita Kumari judgment. The scope of preliminary inquiry is not to verify the veracity or otherwise of the information received, but only to ascertain whether the information reveals any cognizable offense. Okay, allegation is of cognizable offense or not, that's all. Okay, as to what type and in which cases preliminary inquiry is to be conducted will depend on the facts and circumstances. Now there is some leeway for the police.